Back to the Future is often remembered as a fun time travel movie, but it's actually doing something much stricter. It chooses a universe and then forces its characters to survive the consequences. So before we talk about paradoxes, we have to name the universe. This story is not a multiverse. There are no branches. There are no parallel worlds. Back to the Future is a single mutable timeline. There's one history. Changes to the past overwrite the future. And if you change the past badly enough, you don't get a new timeline. You get erased. The classic problem with this model is the grandfather paradox. If you prevent the event that caused you to exist, you eliminate yourself. In this movie, that's not a thought experiment. It's the plot. This is the core of the story. Marty isn't trying to avoid the grandfather paradox. He causes it. By saving George McFly from the car, Marty replaces the events that created him. And the timeline doesn't break. It reacts. The film visualizes the paradox very carefully. Nothing snaps. Nothing resets. The effects propagate forward. First, the photograph. Then, Marty himself. This implies an unstated rule. The timeline attempts to self-correct before it collapses. The photograph is more than just a countdown to Marty's death. It tells us something fundamental about the universe. The future exists, but only conditionally. If the future were fixed, the photo would not change. If there were a multiverse, the photo would only represent one branch. Instead, the artifact updates. This means that the future is indeterminate, but constrained. Marty doesn't try to invent a better timeline. He tries to restore the one that he broke. George must become the initiator. Lorraine must choose him. Marty must erase himself from that critical moment. This isn't rewriting history. It's a surgical repair. Lorraine must choose him. Yes, the casual anchor is restored. The paradox stress dissipates, and Marty survives. That's internal consistency. But the film doesn't escape untouched, because it introduces a second paradox, a bootstrap paradox. Marty plays a song in 1955. Someone hears it. The song is written, and Marty learns it decades later. The information has no origin. No one wrote the song. This does not break the movie's timeline model. A single mutable timeline can contain causal loops. What it can't explain is where meaning comes from. The film does not notice the problem, and we are left just to wonder. The science hasn't changed by the end of this movie, but Doc Brown has. He watches Marty interfere with history and sees something unexpected. George and Lorraine don't just fall in love. They become better. This is the moment that actually changes the story, not the punch. This line.
The old man really came through. It worked. What? He laid out Biff in one punch. I didn't know he had it in him. He's never stood up to Biff in his life.
Ever?
Oh, why? What's the matter?
All right.
That word matters, because Doc realizes something he didn't plan for. They didn't just restore the past. They improved it. But Doc just kind of plays this off. But this is the instant neutrality dies. Because once you've seen proof that intervention can make lives better, doing nothing becomes a decision. Intervention can improve lives. Not wealth, not convenience, character. The timeline is repaired, but it isn't restored. The future was changed, and it was changed for the better. And once someone accepts that, Who gets to decide which futures are worth saving?